in October.
And here come our teams, which means, ladies and gentlemen, it's the elimination round. Okay, I get it. We're tired. Hopefully we can work on that excitement over the first few matches here. Now, in case you're new to First Tech Challenge, you might be asking yourself, wait a minute. We made alliances of 3 teams, but there's only 2 robots on the field. Now, it is true our alliances are made up of 3 teams, and this creates a strategic question for our alliances. Across our semifinals, each alliance must make sure that all 3 teams have the opportunity to play. What that means is that you will not see the same 4 robots on the field in semifinal match 1 as you will in semifinal 1 match 2. Both our red and blue alliance will need to sub one of these robots out so that they can bring in the 3rd member of their alliance. This opens up a lot of strategy. Do you put out the robots that you perceive to be stronger first? Do you put out the robots that work better together strategically first? We're going to see a lot of that strategy at play, and we'll make sure to let you know who's representing the alliance during each match. Now that our teams are on the field, let's meet those that will be representing their alliances. Now, here on the field, in our red colors, we have our #1 alliance from the Solomon Division. In our blue colors, we have the #4 alliance from the Solomon Division. Now, representing our red #1 alliance, we have got the alliance captain, Team 10091.
They join us from Mundelein. Give it up for Nyan Robotics.
Joining them in this match to represent their alliance, they have their first pick, Team 10138.
From Wilmette, let's hear it for Newton Busters.
Over on our blue #4 alliance, representing them in this match, we have the captain, Team 11392.
Joining us from Naperville, Defenestration.
And with them is their alliance's first pick, Team 10836.
Out of Elmhurst, let's hear it for Stemper Phi.
With this match, our elimination round will begin, and we will start a roller coaster ride to our Illinois State Finals. We got a thumbs up from our field crew. Semifinal 1, match #1 on Solomon in 3, 2, 1, go!
Once again, we have Solomon Alliance 1 in red and Alliance 4 in blue. Right away, let's take a look at our teams. First robots on the ground are on your blue alliance. A successful gold sample for both of those robots. We do see that Newton Busters and Nyan now doing the same for red. We have 1 marker placed on behalf of our blue alliance and now a second. Let's see if the red alliance can do the same with Nyan in our final moments. And we're hearing that both depots are completely claimed at the end of Autonomous. Our driver-controlled mode has now begun. Both of our robot teams are scrambling toward those craters. We've got 1 red, 1 blue at each crater, working to gather some of those minerals and bring them up to the lander. We do have long arm mechanisms on all 4 of the robots on this field. We take a look at our blue alliance first. Let's check out Defenestration, our alliance captain of our #4 alliance. They have a few minerals being gathered into their arm. They bring their slide on back, drop it off into their manipulator for the lander, and will drop off a quick 10 points for your blue alliance. 30 seconds have elapsed in this driver-controlled period. Their partner now in blue, Stemper Phi, drop off 2 silver minerals into the silver portion of the lander for 10 more points. Red Alliance does have the lead, though. It is currently 214 to 195 with just over 1 minute remaining in the match. Nyan and Newton Busters working together to make sure they can place a bunch of minerals up into that lander. Semper Fi being careful with the minerals they are controlling as they approach with 2 more gold minerals, dropping them in for 10 more points. We are still a very tight match, about 30 points separating these teams as we are now under 1 minute remaining. Newton Busters alongside their partners, more and more minerals going up. It looks like Defenestration able to drop off 2, 1 gold, 1 silver, but only the gold will count as it falls into the gold cargo hold. We approach our endgame in our first semifinal match with a score of 294 in red to 230 in blue. Our number 4 alliance is keeping up. We're going to see how many final points can be propped over into that lander as we approach the end of our match. Again, every robot up off the ground as our time hits 0 will score 50 points. Our first robot up off the ground is going to be Newton Busters of our Red Alliance, followed by Defenestration. Next up is going to be Nyan. Semper Fi needs to get up off the ground. We're to our final 2, 1, and the end of semifinal 1, match number 1 on our Solomon division.
Now, early on in our semifinals, we'll likely be hopping between matches and waiting to show scores, kind of like we were during our qualification rounds. As we move on, though, and the stakes of our matches get higher, we'll wait to show you the official scores before we move on. For now, though, we're going to jump over to Cooper, where on the field now, we are getting ready for semifinal 1, match number 1. Here in this semifinal, we have the number 1 Cooper Alliance in red against the number 4 Cooper Alliance in blue. Let's take a look at who is representing both of our alliances. We'll start with our red number 1 alliance, where we have the captain, Team 14615.
They are a community team from Oswego. Give it up for Turbocharge.
Joining them is their alliance's first pick, Team 10635.
A neighborhood group from Batavia, Illinois, Unknown Element.
Over representing our blue number 4 alliance, we've got the captain, Team 12644.
A community team coming at you from Morton Proto Robotics.
And joining them, we have their alliance's first pick, Team 10101.
They are the Binary Bullets.
All right, we do have the all clear from our referees. We'll check in with our scorekeeping crew. And we have that all clear. Semifinal 1, match number 1 in our Cooper division in 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, all of our robots ready to rock and rumble here in our elimination matches. First to strike is 10101 for the Blue Alliance, who samples the correct mineral for the Blue Alliance, but not to be outdone. Turbocharge for the Red Alliance deposits their marker into their depot and simultaneously dislodges their mineral. Meanwhile, over on the Blue Alliance, another marker has been dropped, claiming the depot and securing it as protected. For the Blue Alliance, Blue Alliance has a protected depot, and that does add on to their autonomous scores. Now we'll get ready to rock and roll in our teleoperated period. Robots in full control from our space cadets here. Binary Bullets first to strike, dropping in a couple of our minerals, earning 5 points apiece. You know the drill. Turbocharge for the Red Alliance, answering back with some minerals of their own. Meanwhile, their alliance partner is doing the same on the Red Alliance. Unknown Elements trying to pop them up one after another. Meanwhile, Proto Robotics for the Blue Alliance making their way on the far side crater. They're having a little bit looks like they're a little stuck. They're going to have to try and shake loose to get back into this. Current score update, 140 to 70 for the Red Alliance. Red Alliance has doubled the score of the Blue, and the Blue has their work cut out for them. We'll see if they can catch up to put them in and have an advantage in the overall elimination series. Remember, this is a best-of-3 series similar to any sport. First team to 2 wins will emerge victorious and move on to our semifinal matches. 95 to 160 on the Red Alliance, and both numbers slowly but surely growing as we have 40 seconds remaining in the match. All right, Unknown Element gracefully but surely deposits more minerals to collect for research as their teams are both piling in those minerals. 215 to 125 Red. We'll see what happens in this end game period. Remember, if a team successfully latches and gets off the ground, that is a 50-point bonus per robot that's off the ground, and Turbocharge is getting ahead. Already pulling up, and Unknown Element answers by also going up. Let's see if Binary Bullet can get up with 4 seconds remaining. Yes, they can. As time expires, we will get back with the final score of qualification semifinal match 1 over here on the Cooper division.
Like all day, we're heading back from Cooper to Solomon. We do have the results from Solomon's semifinal 1, match number 1, which had our number 1 alliance facing off against our number 4 alliance in blue. Let's take a look. Or not. And there they are.
Our winner is our number 1 Red Alliance, a high score 451 to 307 in Solomon's semifinal 1, match number 1.
That right there, a very impressive score, our new high score for the event. We'll see if we can still surpass that with the numerous matches we have left to go. Now getting ready on field 2, we have semifinal 2, match number 1 of the Solomon division. In this semifinal, we have our number 2 alliance in red against our number 3 alliance in blue.
Women around the world gave birth. None of these.
Let's meet the representatives of these alliances, starting in red, where we have the captain, Team 6596.
They join us from Port Byron, Illinois, Robotic Rams.
With them in this match, their first pick, Team 12682.
I don't know about you, but I see the Northridge Night Owls standing over there for our Red Alliance, Team 11139.
Over on our blue alliance, we have Team 13296.
Out of Herscher, let's hear it for your captains, Tie Gears.
And joining them in this match, we have Team 14683.
Coming to us from New Lenox, Lincoln Way, Central Robotics and Engineering Team.
And we have the all clear from our field crew and referees. Semifinal 2, match number 1 in 3, 2, 1, go!
Autonomous now is underway. As we have seen recently, all 4 robots do begin in the latched position, so 60 potential points on the board per side as those robots do deploy onto the playing field floor. We do have a successful gold mineral sample coming on behalf of one of our Blue Alliance teams. That's Tie Gears. Over on red, we do see a successful gold mineral sample as well. Northridge and Robotic Rams both over toward that Red Alliance corner depot. I have confirmation from our head referee on this field that our Red Alliance depot has been completely claimed. So that was 15 points per team marker that made its way over into that depot during Autonomous. Our lead coming out of Auton goes to our Red Alliance, a score of 125 to 116. 15 seconds have elapsed so far. Plenty of points coming on up already, especially from the hard work of Northridge and their partners Robotic Rams on your Red Alliance. We bring up now 2 silver minerals from Northridge. One does bounce off the side of the lander wall. And it looks like our friends over on the Blue Alliance, Lincoln Way Central, one of our only rookie teams joining us in our playoffs, they are also working on placing minerals into that lander in the center of the field. Night Owls bring up another 5 points via a mineral into the lander. We approach our final minute of semifinal 2, match number 1. Still a tight score, 165 for our Red Alliance to 127 of our Blue Alliance. Lincoln Way drops off 10 more points for our Blue Alliance. Their partners on blue, Tigers, their captains, are right in front of their landing zone. 49 seconds remaining. They've got plenty of time to still score to try to catch up to that Red Alliance score currently at 190 points. Tigers, they are moving all around with their manipulator. It looks like they are dropping off a silver mineral toward their depot. Still a big Red Alliance score, but Lincoln Way is doing the best they can. 5 more points up for blue as we enter our end game. Rams and Northridge, that near side crater has been at least halfway emptied out due to their work of moving those minerals from the crater up into the lander very, very quickly at 5 points apiece. Although the first robots up off the ground are both Blue Alliance robots, Tigers and Lincoln Way, but right behind them, Northridge, Night Owls, and the Robotic Rams. We're gonna hang out for 5 seconds. 100 points on both sides of the board at the end of semifinal 2, match 1.
That right there was the first match of semifinal 2 over on our Solomon division. Moving our way back over to Cooper, we have the results of the first match of semifinal 1 on Cooper. Those are coming up on our display now.
It is a Red Alliance victory with a score of 390 to 285. Our number 1 seeded Alliance has the advantage going into our second match. For our 4th seeded Alliance will need to win in order to force a rubber match and a sudden death to progress on to the next match. We will find out how that goes momentarily, but first, we have a quick time cycle we got to get through, so please stand by. I can still check the score before I go back, so that's
Over here on Cooper Field number 2, we are getting ready for semifinal 2, match number 1. Now in this semifinal, we have our number 2 captained Alliance in red against our number 3 captained Alliance in blue. Let's meet the teams who will be representing both alliances in this match. We'll start out in our red number 2 Alliance, where we have the Alliance first pick, Team 6287.
out of Highland Park High School, it's Vertigo.
Joining them and representing their alliance for this match, it's the Alliance's second pick, Team 7129.
One of our homeschool teams coming up from Lebanon, it's the Robo Raiders.
Over in blue with our number 3 Alliance, we have got the Alliance captain, Team 11177.
Representing Riverbend School District in Fulton, Illinois, it's the Gear Grinders.
Joining them and representing their alliance, the Alliance first pick, Team 8907.
From right here in Elgin, representing 4-H Blue Box Bots.
We've got the all clear from our referee. We'll check in with our field crew as well. And we have that too. Semifinal 2, match number 1 on Cooper in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, Autonomous is very important in these semifinal matches and are often the deciding factor in which team can pull off the W and pull the advantage off. Now, all 4 of these robots have very solid autonomous programs, as you can see with our Blue Alliance, 8907 and 11177, both place their markers into their Alliance's depot, earning them points and protecting that throughout the teleoperated period. And as you can see on our large scoreboards, it's pretty much even. but Blue Advantage has a slight lead, 162 to Red Alliance's 160. We will pretty much see what the deciding factor is in this teleoperated period and which team will be able to pull the advantage going into our second semifinal match. But before then, Vertigo and Blue Box Bots and Robo Raiders all working their way inside that center lander, trying to put minerals into their correct cargo deposits. Remember, they are only legal if they land into their specified location, which are all reflective of each other for their respective alliances. Now, each one is worth 5 points apiece, and that can quickly add up depending on how effective the team is at scoring them into their proper cargo holds. A score update will reveal a 230 to 217 lead in advantage of the Red Alliance with 1 minute remaining in the match. Now, also, as we progress through the teleoperated period, a lot of those front and easy-to-grab minerals will be pushed further back, so it is very effective for teams such as Blue Box Bots and Vertigo to have an extending arm which can reach in there and really pick out the exact minerals that they need. So, as long with gear grinders have the same sort of intake device, and this allows them to easily pick up and not worry about needing to go over that crater wall. Now, of course, we've just ended our endgame period, and these robots are still pretty much neck and neck, 285 to 274 red. We're going to have to see how this shapes up and who does and who doesn't get the hang. Both Red Alliance robots and both Blue Alliance robots are going up. We have 7 seconds remaining. All 4 robots off the ground, earning 100 points. We will see how this shapes up as time expires. We'll be back with the final score after referees have calculated. So hold tight and we will find out who gets the advantage for semifinal 2, match number 1 over here in the Cooper division.
Back over here on Solomon, we now have the official results for semifinal 2, match number 1.
Your winner, your red, number 2 Alliance, 305 to 249.
Team 9929, Tech Ninja 2.
Now on field 1 over in our Solomon division, we are getting ready for semifinal 1, match number 2. In this semifinal, once again, we have our red number 1 alliance against our blue number 4 alliance. In semifinal 1, match number 1, our Red Alliance got the win. Now let's see who will be representing both alliances here in this second match. On our Red Alliance, we have their captain, Team 10091.
They're out of Mundelein, Illinois. It's Nyan Robotics, not your average nerds.
Joining them in this match, their alliance's second pick, Team 14614.
Another rookie team representing here in playoffs. Let's hear it for Lake Zurich's very own Electro.
Over on the Blue Alliance, we have the Alliance captain, Team 11392.
Coming to us from Naperville, Defenestration.
And joining them in representing their alliance, we have the Alliance second pick, Team 12918.
They join us from Clinton, Illinois, Iron Core, Mark 7.
A win by the Red Alliance here, and they will be moving on to the Solomon Divisional Finals. Blue Alliance win would take us to a tiebreaker. We have the all-clear semifinal 1, match 2 for Solomon in 3, 2,
This is
1,
one person.
go!
One single person is small, but that doesn't mean
As
they're
Autonomous
cards.
begins once
See
again,
the
as
potential?
Ryan said, if our Red Alliance
What
wins,
about
they
now?
will move on to our divisional finals. But our Blue Alliance is going to be working hard to force this to a third rubber matchup between alliances 1 in red and 4 in blue. Autonomous now is counting down tie score on the board. It looks like a completely claimed depot by your Red Alliance. Turning our attention to core, they are just in their landing zone now. A park from their partners will wind down auto. We have some last-second parks from our robots in the craters on the field that added 10 points apiece, bringing our final score after Autonomous 130 to 110 in favor of our Red Alliance. Iron Core, though, they immediately call over our FTA crew. Taking a look at their driver station phone, their robot now is back in action, so Iron Core looking to help out our Blue Alliance and their captain, Defenestration. Defenestration working hard, dumping block after block into that lander. Each gold mineral, 5 points apiece, as long as it is in the correct portion of the lander. 2 more come in from Defenestration, 10 more points, bringing their score to 144 points. Red, though, they still hold a narrow lead. Block after block still for both Red Alliance teams, Nyan and Electro. They have been dropping tons of gold minerals back into the gold cargo hold of the Red Alliance portion of the lander. 1 minute remaining in this match, 195 in favor of our Red Alliance to 159 for our Blue Alliance. Iron Core drops off a single gold mineral with their claw mechanism. Electro is working hard now on the rear side of the field, trying to gather a gold mineral from the far crater to bring it back to the portion of their lander. They do so successfully. It looks like they are leaving that front crater for their captains, Nyan, as we come down to the final portion of our match. A Red Alliance lead, 237 to 134 as we enter our end game. Robots now are going to scramble to add a few more points to those landers before they decide to climb aboard the lander and latch for a 50-point bonus at the end of the match. Nyan has gone up now twice in our end game. We'll see if they go for the latch now, and it looks like they will. Defenestration goes for 1 more score as well. First robot up off the ground is Not Your Average Nerds, followed by their partners Electro folding themselves up above the playing field floor. Iron Core trying to latch as well. Defenestration looks like they have as we count down the end of semifinal 1, match number 2.
With that match over, we're going to pop back to Cooper. Last we left off, Cooper had just finished up semifinal 2, match number 1, and we have those results.
With a whopping 470 points, the Red Alliance leads the series over the Blue Alliance. Our second seed has put the third alliance into a corner. We're going to see if they can get themselves out following our next semifinal match over here on Cooper. But before then, we're going to have to get through our first semifinal matches. So, Ryan, take it away.
On field number 1 of the Cooper division, we are getting ready and set for semifinal 1, match number 2. Our red number 1 alliance has the lead in this best of 3 series. Let's take an opportunity to meet the teams representing both of our alliances this time around. In red, representing our number 1 alliance, we have the alliance first pick, Team 10635.
They are Unknown Elements.
Joining them, we have the alliance second pick, Team 3507.
Getting their first shot this semifinal, it's Robotheosis.
Representing our blue number 4 alliance, we have the alliance first pick, Team 10101.
The Binary Bullets.
And joining them to represent their alliance, we have the alliance second pick, Team 15159.
From University of Chicago Lab School, it's We Bite.
And we have the all clear from our field personnel. Semifinal 1, match number 2 in 3, 2, 1, go!
All clear for liftoff as our teams make their way to the surface of the playing field. Unknown Element and their alliance partner, Robotheosis, first to make it onto the Red Alliance. Now they are waiting to get that sample, and it looks like Unknown Element does so. Meanwhile, over on the Blue Alliance, they have it successfully fully claimed their depot using their alliance markers and successfully sampled both of their minerals. As we go into our teleoperated period, Red Alliance has a lead of 125 to 80. So we'll see if the Blue Alliance, of course, can bring back. Remember, the Red Alliance does hold the advantage in this match, so this is a must-win for the Blue Alliance. or else they are finished competing here at the Illinois State FTC competition. Now, all of these robots are more than capable of scoring into that center lander. That's why they're here in the elimination matches. So we'll see how this shapes out. Score check 150 to 110 in favor of the Red Alliance with 1 minute 20 seconds remaining in the match. Unknown Element has a very fast, but it looks like they may have gotten caught up on the Blue Alliance robot. The Blue Alliance robot must move out of the way in order to prevent any sort of pinning or trapping penalty. Looks like they got out of there, which was a very well executed defensive move. Meanwhile, Binary Bullets on the Blue Alliance, dropping in a couple more. Unknown Element answers with a couple more gold minerals of their own. 205 to 122. Red Alliance, 50 seconds remaining in the match. Robotheosis has slowly but surely also putting in buckets of minerals into theirs for their Red Alliance elimination finalist alliance. So we will see how this ticks down as we enter our end game period. 240 to 151, Red Alliance. Blue Alliance has to find out something and re-strategize quickly as their time slowly diminishes. Binary Bullets goes and tries to get one last few minerals as they go up. And we have 6 seconds remaining. All robots must get off the ground if Blue wants to stay alive. 2-1. That is the conclusion of the match. We'll have to see how our referees score everything and find out which team progresses, or if we're playing a third match. Stand by as we calculate the final score.
Back over on the Solomon division, we do have our final results from Semifinal 1, match number 2. The Red Alliance needed a win to move on. The Blue Alliance needed a win to stay alive. Let's see the results.
Your winner, moving on, your red number 1 Alliance, a score of 417 to 254. Now again, while this does mean our red number 1 Alliance will be moving on, let's give one more huge round of applause for our blue number 4 Alliance. Of course, including teams 12, 918, Iron Core, Mark 7, their partners 10, 8, 36, Stemper, Phi, and the Alliance captain 11, 3, 92, Defenestration.
On field 2 of the Solomon division, we're getting ready here for semifinal 2, match number 2. In our first match, the Red Alliance took the lead in the series. A win from them, and they will go on to face the winner of semifinal 1. Our Blue Alliance looking for a win to stay alive. Let's see who's going to be representing our 2 alliances in this match. Starting with our Red Alliance, we have the captain, Team 6596.
From Port Byron, let's hear it for Robotic Rams.
And joining them in this match for real this time, their first pick, Team 12682.
They join us from Cary, the Golden Ratio.
Over on our Blue Alliance in this match, we have the Alliance captain, Team 13296.
From Hersher, we hear it from Tigers.
And rounding it out, we have the Alliance's second pick, Team 116.
From Sweet Home, Chicago, Illinois, Crazy Eights.
We've got the all clear from our scoring crew. We'll check in with our referee team. And we have that as well. Semifinal 2, match 2 on Solomon in 3, 2, 1, go!
Autonomous begins for this match, and we will have our robots begin to deploy themselves from the lander. It looks like right away Golden Ratio on our Red Alliance uses their arm to extend and drop off their team marker. Then they look for the gold mineral, but it appears that they do just barely miss it, as they would normally be able to drop it off into the lander autonomously. Meanwhile, though, Crazy Eights, they are parked for 10 points, so are their partners, and one marker for the Blue Alliance makes its way into the Blue Depot. We have confirmation from our referee crew that the Red Alliance depot is completely claimed, so no minerals may be descored from that red depot. We are having some FTAs check out the robot of Crazy Eights down in the far crater. It looks like their phone's screen is on its home screen, possibly, so they are no longer connected to their robot controller phone. Their partners, Tie Gears, they are right alongside them. They grab a silver mineral, and it looks like they'll go for just one more from the sampling field before they attempt to score it up in the lander. Red Alliance currently with a score of 75, thanks to 2 silver minerals, and a Blue Alliance score of 151 points. Robotic Rams drop off 10 more using their sorting mechanism on their manipulator that allows them to passively sort minerals as they fall into the lander below. Score now 153 for your Blue Alliance, 122 for your Red. Tie Gears working as hard as they can, even though it looks like they might be down 1 robot for the remainder of this match. Still about 30 points only, the separation between our Red and Blue Alliances, with under 1 minute remaining. Red Alliance still working very, very hard. Their score 142. We see a Blue Alliance score now of 155 points. 40 seconds remaining in this match. Just about 10 points separate Red from Blue. Golden Ratio and Rams, they both grab 2 minerals, lift them up toward the lander, and it looks like our Red Alliance might be able to add enough points to overcome the current lead of our Blue Alliance as we enter our end game period. Still a very, very tight match. Robotic Rams, they are up with that manipulator one more time. A successful passive sort. And their partners, Golden Ratio, 5 more points. We're at 15 seconds remaining. Red score now above our Blue Alliance score. First robot up off the ground is Tie Gears, your captain of your Blue Alliance. And now Rams and Ratio, 100 points for Red as we count down semifinal 2, match number 2.
Our live scoring indicating a close score at the end of that match. We'll wait for our referees to officialize and finalize those results. And we're going to pop back over to Cooper. Last time we were on Cooper, we saw the second match of semifinal 1, and we have the results ready for that match. Let's take a look.
And it is a Red Alliance victory of a score 4-10 to 3-10. Congratulations to the Red Alliance. They move on to our divisional final matches, and we'll play the winner of the next Cooper semifinal match, pending on who advances from there. Just one quick note, we do want to mention that our live scoring is only a guideline and only is up to the discretion of how the referees are scoring and keeping track. So only use those as a guideline, but those are not going to be the final scores, as you've seen throughout the competition today. So just wanted to make that abundantly clear as we continue on with the rest of our elimination matches. Thank you.
Now, because that number 4 Alliance is going to be moving on and they're going to be going home, let's give it up for our Blue number 4 Alliance. They played a couple very competitive matches. Thank you, 12-644 Proto Robotics, 10101 Binary Bullets, and 15159 We Bite. Now on Cooper Field 2, we are getting ready for semifinal 2, match number 2, where our Red number 2 Alliance has the lead in the semifinal. Let's meet the teams who will be representing both alliances. There we go. Now we've got our accurate information up on our display for you all. Let's see who's representing these alliances. We'll start with our Red number 2 Alliance and their captain, Team 13197.
Representing Dunlap, Illinois, they are the Teslas.
And joining them in this match, they have their number 1 pick, Team 6287.
Vertigo.
Now representing our Blue number 3 Alliance, we have the Alliance first pick, Team 8907.
They are Blue Box Bots.
And with them, we have the Alliance's second pick, Team 13365.
Representing West Glen Middle School in New Baden, it's the Gearheads.
we've got the all clear from our field crew. Semifinal 2, match number 2 in 3, 2, 1, go!
Alrighty, you guys know the drill. Red Alliance leads this series. If they can manage to keep the lead and win this, they will progress on to the divisional final. And if Blue Alliance wins, they will force a rubber match in a winner-take-all sudden death. So let's find out how this autonomous period goes down. It looks like Blue Alliance has successfully sampled both of their golden minerals, and same goes for the Red Alliance as time winds down. Alrighty, as we go into the match, Blue Alliance holds a slight advantage of a my bad. Red Alliance 160 to Blue Alliance's 150. See, I can't even be trusted to follow the live scoring, but they're there to help us keep the game engaging and for everybody to know how everybody's doing. So, Red Alliance is striking with a couple minerals, and 8907 for the Blue Alliance. Blue Box Bots puts in a pair, and 13365 puts in a pair. It's 185 to 200 in favor of the Red Alliance. Now, Vertigo's not to be forgotten. Again, they have that really effective slide lift actuator, which is helping them to pick up their minerals and score for the Red Alliance as they put in a couple more. Then 13365 puts in a pair. Then Tesla's puts in a pair. And let's see if 8907 can answer. They can. Current score 235 to 225. Blue Alliance. Blue Alliance pulled ahead a little bit. Let's see if we can keep this going. Remember, it's a must-win for Blue in order to stay alive. Here's 8907 gets a little hung up, but they are able to unlatch and get back into the game. Meanwhile, Vertigo, 6287. Boom, boom. All right, another pair for Blue, another pair for Red. All right, that's our end game signifier, 13365. Gearheads putting in a couple more. Let's see if they could score one or two final ones before time expires. 290 to 275 in favor of the Blue Alliance. Let's see if they can keep that lead as we wind down our time. We have 10 seconds remaining. Teslas are up and off the ground, 50 points for Red. Gearheads are up, 50 points for Blue. And both Red robots, courtesy of Vertigo, time expires. 390 for Red, 360 for Blue. We will find out what the final score does and see if there are more robots to be played or if our Blue Alliance is going to be packing up and going home. We will get back with our final scores in a moment.
Speaking of final scores, back on the Solomon division, we do have the final scores of Semifinal 2, match number 2. A Red Alliance win means they're moving on to the divisional finals. A Blue Alliance win, and there will be a tiebreaker match. Let's take a look.
Your winner is your Red number 2 Alliance, a score of 342 to the Blue Alliance with 224. Now, of course, this does mean your Red Alliance is moving on to face our number 1 Alliance in our finals. Let's hear it one more time for your Blue number 3 Alliance. Of course, this includes teams 116 Crazy Eights, their partners 14683 Lincoln Way Central Robotics and Engineering Team, and their captains team 13296 Tigers.
So like we can see on our display now, our divisional finals for Solomon is going to put our number 1 Alliance in red against our number 2 Alliance in blue. We're now going to hang tight and see the final results of Semifinal 2, match number 2, over on our Cooper division. We'll finish up the semifinals on Cooper before we start the finals on Solomon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, while we are waiting on that final semifinal score, I do have information for our teams. If you have not yet picked up your engineering notebook, your team engineering notebook is back in the pits near where the practice fields were. We have about 15 notebooks back there, so please go pick up your engineering notebook where the practice fields were located.
With that, we now have our results from our Cooper Division Semifinal 2, match number 2. Just like with Solomon, our Red Alliance is in the lead. A Red Alliance win, and they're moving on to the Cooper Finals. A Blue Alliance win, and we will see a tiebreaker. Let's take a look.
It's a Red Alliance victory with the score 410 to the Blue Alliance is 360. Congratulations to our Red Alliance for advancing on to the Cooper Divisional Final. And let's give a huge, loud applause for our Blue Alliance, who is still able to put up 360 points. That is a well-fought and well-earned victory for the Red Alliance, and an excellent, excellent job for the Blue Alliance. Thank you so much for coming and competing, and we will move on with our elimination matches.
So with that, both Cooper and Solomon are now in their divisional finals. The winning alliance from both divisional finals will be facing off against each other to determine our state champion. We're now in the territory where alliances will be playing back-to-back matches. This means that we have a phenomenal FTA keeping track of all of our field timeouts. Whenever a team is required to play a back-to-back match, an automatic 5-minute timeout is triggered to be sure that that team has the time they need to make any preparations or minor modifications to their robot. Now that we are also in our divisional finals, we no longer are going to wait to play a match before we show you the results of a match. Because of this awesome new live scoring that volunteers in Illinois have made possible, after every match we'll wait to show you the score before we start another match. This just in, a volunteer has found a pair of glasses that was sitting on the floor up against the railing by our fields. If you are missing a pair of glasses and you were recently up against the railing by our fields, I've got the pair of glasses. Please check in with me. Speaking of lost and found items, we also found a portable phone charger in the pits. A portable phone charger has been found in the pits. If you believe that it is yours and you have lost a purse-style portable phone charger, please check in. With Teslas. And one last announcement. Never mind, we have that engineering notebook in its hands. Gearheads, you also need to pick up your engineering notebook, 13365. And with that, We are ready to start our divisional finals here on our Solomon division. Here on our field, we have our #1 alliance in red against our #2 alliance in blue. Let's meet the teams that will be representing both of these alliances in the divisional finals. We'll start with our red alliance, where we have team 10091.
They join us from Mundaline, Nyan Robotics, not your average nerds.
With them in this match, we have the alliance first pick, team 10138.
Joining us from Wilmette, Newton Busters.
Over on our blue alliance, we have their alliance captain, team 6596.
Out of Port Byron, Robotic Rams.
And joining them, we have their alliance first pick, team 12682.
They're from Cary, Illinois, the Golden Ratio.
And we have the all clear all around first match of our Solomon divisional finals in 3, 2, 1, go!
Once again, Alliance 1 in red, Alliance 2 in blue. Golden Ratio, they reach out their arm, they do a partial claim, they will land, detach themselves from the lander. This time they will hit that gold mineral and bring it up toward the lander. Golden Ratio dropping off 5 points during Autonomous. Meanwhile, though, we have Newton Busters dropping off their marker, and Nyan is right behind them. 10 seconds, plenty of time. It looks like 2 markers possibly in both depots. And Golden Ratio coming on in for a park. Word from our referees is that both depots have been completely claimed. A very tight score up on the board, 165 to 162. That lead, of course, is due to the Golden Ratio's work during Autonomous, dropping off a gold mineral without any input from their drive team. It looks like our Nyan Robotics team and Newton Busters, they are both going to be doing what they do best, bringing up minerals time after time into the lander to score 5 points apiece. Robotic Rams accidentally drop off a gold mineral into the silver cargo hold of the lander. Meanwhile, Newton Busters nudge 3 minerals into the depot on the red side of the field at 2 points apiece. That is bringing their score to 206 now, with a Blue Alliance score of 202, with a minute 15 remaining in the match. Lots of long arms being lifted up to that lander. We see Nyan lifting up some gold minerals and dropping them off appropriately for 10 more points. This time they go back to the forward crater for some silver. 10 more points again from Nyan out of Carmel Catholic. Nyan looks for 2 more silver minerals, drops them off with ease. Meanwhile, Golden Ratio looks like they are going to move in toward the forward crater to grab another silver mineral and bring it back toward the silver mineral cargo hold for your Blue Alliance. 40 seconds remain in the match. Golden Ratio is bringing their manipulator back and forth, possibly having a little bit of trouble with the flow of their manipulation inside their machine as we approach our end game. Score on the board still shows a Red Alliance victory, but it is narrow right now, 296 to 242. Blue is still working very, very hard. Robotic Rams up with 10 more points in gold, and Newton Busters bringing up a silver and gold for your Red Alliance to follow up. Robots now are going to have to start thinking about latching. First robots up off the ground are Golden Ratio and Newton Busters. It looks like Nyan is going to be up off the ground for your Red Alliance. 2 seconds remaining. 1 and all 4 robots off the ground in finals match 1 on Solomon.
That right there was divisional finals match #1 on Solomon. We're going to hang tight and wait for our referees to do their thing before we move back over to Cooper. We want to make sure to give you that finals match score before we move on. Another general announcement. We have several lost and found items that we'd like to notify you about. Once again, we have found a pair of glasses. We also found a purse containing cards for someone named Michael Kavanaugh. If you lost a pair of glasses, or you are Michael Kavanaugh, I would recommend that you please check in at the team check-in table where we are keeping your items. We now have the results of the first match of our Solomon Divisional Finals. They're going to be coming up on our display now.
It's your red number 1 alliance, 421 points to 357. This means red leads our series. We'll be back in a few minutes to see another matchup between 1 and 2 on Solomon.
We're now going to head over to Cooper, where we are getting ready for our Cooper Divisional Finals, match number 1. Let's see the teams representing both our alliances, where we also have our number 1 alliance in red and our number 2 alliance in blue. Representing our number 1 alliance, we have their captain, Team 14615.
You know him. Here we go, Oswego. It's turbocharged.
Joining them is their alliance first pick, Team 10635.
Hoping to bring over some energy from Batavia, it's Unknown Element.
Representing our blue number 2 alliance, we have the alliance first pick, Team 6287.
Coming over from Highland Park, it's Vertigo.
Joining them is their alliance's second pick. It's Team 7129.
Avast ye scurvy robots from Lebanon, it's Robo Raiders.
We have the all clear all around for our Cooper Divisional Finals Match 1. We'll get this started in 3, 2, 1, go!
Alrighty, here we go. Divisional final for the Cooper Division. Unknown Element unfortunately accidentally dislodges the wrong sample for the Red Alliance, but we'll see if they can come back and get the one on the other side. Yes, they can, and deposit it directly. Red Alliance does have a fully claimed depot. Blue Alliance is working on it. Let's see what Vertigo can do. They do place it, and it is successfully claimed. Two huge powerhouse teams who are great with autonomous. As we enter the teleoperated period, 162 to Red Alliance's 152. These are all going to be close, but I feel like this one could be close and high scoring. We'll see how this pays out as both Vertigo and Unknown Element for their respective red and blue alliances try and score. They keep putting in more and more minerals. 14615 Robo Raiders putting in work, stretching out into their crater. Sorry, I meant turbocharged 14615. Meanwhile, Robo Raiders over on the Blue Alliance still stretching into the crater, this time scoring for the Blue Alliance 1-2. Unknown Element is working very fast, trying to get as many of those minerals in as possible. It is do or die here on the Cooper Divisional Final. They're trying to get and keep their Red Alliance team alive. 257 to 267 in favor of the Blue Alliance. All right, scores keep on leveling out, and one team gets a slight advantage, and the other team levels it out. So we will see how this paves out. It could come down to who can get a last-minute mineral into their lander zone. Cargo hold. Ooh, a slight misfire by Turbocharge. And we will see as they unhook themselves again from the lander. Unknown Elements coming in once again, 319 to 319, 329 all. Both these teams on a level ground as we have end game. Who will see who's going to risk putting in one last final load to hopefully put their team above. I can tell you from here, this Red Alliance mineral deposit is super full as we go up. Let's see if they can get it. 3, 2, 1. We will have to see what the refs gesture and see what our final calculated score is after we find out the final calculations. Please stand by and we will get you with the final results for the Cooper First Divisional Final match.
Our live scoring indicating a very close match. We're going to wait to show you the final results of that match that you just witnessed before we head back to our Solomon division for Finals Match 2.
All right. I was going to say, the last star I yelled at, I was like, the last thing we need is a one showing up there somewhere when we don't even know what happened. Most worried about right now is music during our handshake. To tell me the truth, it's been really low key and really quiet. You're an MC, you can take it.
We now have the results of the first match of our Cooper Divisional Finals. Let's take a look.
And a very close, very high scoring victory for the Red Alliance, 459 to 454. The mineral game is what put them ahead in this one. Red leads the series as we go into our second finals match for the Cooper Division. If I know anything, I know this is going to be a very exciting match. Stay tuned to find out the results for our second Cooper Divisional Final.
We're going to head back over to Solomon, where we now are getting ready for finals match number 2. During the first match of this divisional final, our red number 1 alliance took off to an early lead. Our blue alliance now looking for a win to force a tiebreaker. Let's meet the teams representing each alliance. Representing our red alliance today, we have got Team 10091.
They're from Mundelein, Nyan Robotics.
Joining them to represent their alliance in this match, the alliance second pick, Team 14614.
That's the rookies from Lake Zurich, Electro.
Over on our blue number 2 alliance, we have got the alliance captain, Team 6596.
Out of Port Byron, Robotic Rams.
And with them, the alliance second pick, it's Team 11139.
They're out of Niles, Night Owls.
We've got the all clear all around. Finals match 2 on our Solomon division in 3, 2, 1, go!
Once again, red does lead this series. Blue wins, and they will force a third matchup between alliances 1 and 2 here on Solomon. Red establishes a pretty early lead here in Autonomous. They are the first to land, but it looks like Blue Alliance had some successful landings as well. We will see those up on our screen in a few moments. We do have a full claim and a double gold sample on behalf of our Red Alliance. Now, as we counted down the final moments of Autonomous, both depots have been fully claimed by our teams here on the field with their team marker. That means that our depots are safe, but we're going to see a lot more scoring in the lander as we continue our 2 minutes of driver-operated play here in finals match number 2 of our Solomon division. Nyan Robotics, alongside their partners Electro, they are putting up block after block and ball after ball, those silver and gold minerals being dropped off for 5 points apiece if they are successfully sorted into the correct portion of the lander. It looks like we're going to have 3 gold minerals drop in at the same time on behalf of our Blue Alliance. They are working hard, but they currently trail by about 100 points. Blue Alliance unofficial live score shows 125. Red Alliance shows 235 with just over a minute remaining in the match. Lots of action on the rear side of the field. We see Electro on the rear crater alongside Northridge Night Owls of our Blue Alliance. The Red Alliance gold mineral cargo hold is very, very full, about half of it completely loaded up with those gold minerals from the craters. Electro now, they are driving back toward the near crater alongside their partners Nyan, and now Night Owls and Robotic Rams working together on the far crater. 10 seconds until our end game, still a big Red Alliance lead, but Blue is still working as fast and as hard as they can. Robotic Rams, they're about to bring up a silver mineral. Unfortunately, one falls out of their manipulator, and a few silver minerals spill out of the manipulator of Northridge as we enter our end game period. Our robots are going to need to make sure they seal the deal with a hang. We hear Nyan talking to their partners to make sure those 50 points are in the books by the time we get to the end of this match. 13 seconds remaining. First robot up off the ground is our rookies Electro, followed by Northridge, followed by Robotic Rams, now Nyan. All 4 robots off the ground as we count down the end of finals match 2.
We're now going to give our referee crew the opportunity to check all their scores twice and make sure that everything is correctly tabulated for finals match 2 over on our Solomon field. We'll wait for those scores before we jump back to Cooper for the second match of their divisional final. Our results are in for Finals Match 2 in our Solomon Divisional Finals. Let's put those up on our display now.
Your winner, your Red Alliance, taking the series with a score of 415 to 365. That means our red number 1 alliance is our divisional winner over on the Solomon division. But let's hear it one more time for your blue number 2 alliance. That alliance, of course, including teams 11-139 Night Owls, their partners 12-682 the Golden Ratio, and their captains 65-96 Robotic Rams.
That means that our Solomon division is all set, and we know who is going to be participating in our event finals. We're now going to head back on over to Cooper, where we are getting ready for Cooper Finals match number 2. Let's meet the teams who will be representing our 2 alliances here in Cooper Finals match 2. We'll start with our Red Alliance, where we have the Alliance first pick, Team 10-6-35.
They are Unknown Elements.
Joining them to represent their alliance, we have the Alliance second pick, Team 35-07.
Robotheosis.
Over on our Blue Alliance, we have the Alliance captain, Team 13-197.
Tomorrow's engineers and scientists learning about STEM Teslas.
And joining them to represent the number 2 alliance, the Alliance first pick, Team 62-87.
They are Vertigo.
Our robots are set, our alliances are ready, our field crew has given the all clear. Cooper Finals match number 2 in 3, 2, 1, go!
Alrighty, all robots now hoping to score in the autonomous period. We'll see how this team's hard programming has paid off. Unknown Element slips by, unfortunately misses their marker for the Red Alliance, but they do successfully sample the correct mineral as well as their alliance partner, 3507. Meanwhile, over on the Blue Alliance, fully claimed for the Blue Alliance as they both put down their marker into their depot. All right, teleoperated period is underway. Drivers now in full control of their robots via the Logitech gaming controllers. Coming into it, we have a 145 to 107 lead in favor of the Red Alliance. We'll see if they can hang on to that lead or if Blue will push ahead. Vertigo does have a mineral lodged in their robot, which could prove to be costly as they are only allowed to hold 2 per the game, so they're going to have to only go 1 at a time in order to avoid that minor penalty or possible major if they were to score 2 at a time. A little bump in the road, but we'll see if they can adjust and make it work as we have 180 to 132 red. Pretty significant traffic jam down by the southeast crater. We're going to have our FTAs come in and see if they can get those working or not. Meanwhile, the Blue Alliance is still chugging along slowly but surely. Vertigo's picking up the minerals 1 at a time, but their alliance partner Tesla is trying to score 2, only makes 1, however. We have 42 seconds remaining in the match. Red still has the advantage of 185 to 167, but with Unknown Element dead in the water, we'll see if the other Red Alliance robot, Robotheosis, can hold on to the lead as we enter our end game period, 190 to 177. 16 seconds remaining. Blue is slowly reaching, but the Red has 205 and is leading with 8 seconds remaining. We'll see what the final score is as these robots lift off, and 2-1. Alrighty, Blue came back with a 282 to 255, but We will be back with the final score for our final Cooper division and see if we are moving on or if we were playing a rubber match.
We'll let our referees do their hard work of finalizing and tabulating their scores. Once those scores are ready, we'll announce so we know the results of our divisional finals in Cooper. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our results are in from our Cooper Divisional Finals match number 2. Let's take a look at those results.
It is a Blue Alliance victory, and our series is tied. Blue Alliance 359 to Red Alliance's 290. We will go to a winner-take-all sudden death match to see who will be representing Cooper in our event final. Teams will have a couple minutes to recharge and re-strategize as we play our tiebreaker match. So please stay tuned to find out who will be the victor of our Cooper Divisional Final.
All right, on our field now, we are getting ready for the tiebreaker match of our Cooper Divisional Finals. Because both alliances have already had all three of their teams play, they get to choose whatever they would like to represent their alliance in this match. So with that in mind, let's meet the teams representing both alliances here in this tiebreaker. We're going to start with our red #1 alliance. Representing this alliance in this match, we have the captain, 14615.
You know him, you love him. It's Turbocharge.
Joining them to represent their alliance in this tiebreaker, their first pick, Team 10635.
Unknown Element.
Representing our blue #2 alliance, we have the alliance first pick, Team 6287.
They are Vertigo.
And finally, to represent their alliance with them, they have the alliance second pick, Team 7129.
The Robo Raiders.
The robots are set. This one is for all the minerals. We'll check in with our field crew one last time. We have the all clear. Finals match 3 here on our Cooper division in 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, series tied. Teams now desperately pulling out all the tricks in the book they possibly can to outscore the opposing alliance. Starting off on the red alliance, we have a double drop for the markers, quickly and securely securing that safe zone for the red alliance. Meanwhile, over on the blue alliance, successfully sampled the proper gold mineral, and they place one of the markers. We'll see what 7129 does as we have Autonomous expires. All right, teleoperated period. You know what's about to happen. There's about to be a ton of minerals coming through. Teams are going to be hopefully outscoring each other. That's how sports work anyway. So, 6287 for the Blue Alliance. Only makes one of their two into the center lander. Meanwhile, Unknown Elements working on putting in 1-2 for the Red Alliance. I heard the referee call that there was a mineral stuck in 7129's robot, so therefore they could only grab one at a time in order to avoid the minor and possible major penalty, which could be costly for their team, so they're playing it safe and only going one at a time. But they're going to need to help to try and keep the lead with the 225 to 207 in favor of the Red Alliance. 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining in the match. 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. These robots dropping them in, hopefully earning 5 points apiece. 275 to 232 in favor of the red. 47 seconds remaining. All right, 2 more for Unknown Element. Robo Raider stretching out, trying to grab one, being very, very careful not to infringe on that minor. Meanwhile, Vertigo for the Blue Alliance still working hard, putting in 2 at a time, 1 of each for the Blue Alliance. Red Alliance is starting to run away with a 310 to 272. We'll see how this shapes up and if we can get any last-minute scoring before the teams go and attempt the hang. Teams must get these hangs in order to stay in it. In it to win it. Let's see. Unknown Elements up. Turbocharge is up. Vertigo's going up. We'll see if Robo Raiders can get it as the time expires. That is a no hang for the Blue Alliance. We will have the referees calculate the final score and get back to you on who is progressing and representing the Cooper division in the event final.
Our teams have been given the authorization from our referee crew to leave the field. This means after our referees verify things with our scorekeepers, we will have those final results from this winner-take-all match to determine the winner and divisional representative for Cooper. And the scores are in. Bo's gonna take it away. Our final results for our divisional final on Cooper on our display now.
Hey, Red Alliance victory. Red Alliance moves on and wins the series 455 to 342. Congratulations to our Red Alliance. You are going to be representing Cooper in our event final. And let's hear a huge, huge round of applause for our Blue Alliance. They fought hard. They did amazing in our semifinals. And their high score of 342 just didn't quite cut it. But it's still, I'm still impressed that they were able to make that. So with that, our final table is set, and we are ready for the Illinois State Competition Final. Are you guys ready for some robots? I said, are you ready for some robots? Thank goodness, because my voice is getting out, and if I couldn't do that a third time, so good job.
And with that, we're going to give our teams a little bit of time here to get ready for our state championship finals matches. We've got our automatic timeout. We've got a field we need to make sure is ready to go. We'll give our teams a few minutes before we take the field and introduce our finalists. They got some t-shirts to throw. Well, while we're waiting, I don't know about you, but the best part of a competition, yeah, it's the matches, but it's also the free stuff. And boy, do we have some great free stuff for you. Make some noise. We got some t-shirts to give out. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time! Illinois State Championship Finals match number 1! All right, ladies and gentlemen, the stage is set. The teams are here. Finals match number 1. An Illinois State champion is 3 or 2 matches away. Who's excited? Now, before we get this match underway, we have 6 incredible teams that we would like to present and introduce to you.
All right. Well, we have some teams, as Ryan said, to introduce. So we're going to start with our Red Alliance, our Cooper Division finalists, or Cooper Division winners, I should say.
Let's start by introducing the captain of that alliance, Team 14615.
You know them, you love them. They're turbocharged from Oswego. They are a rookie team. They won the Innovate Award at the Relic Recovery 2 Championship, and they represent Navigator Robotics and TE Connectivity. Give it up.
With them, let's introduce the first pick of our alliance, Team 10635.
They reign from the City of Energy down in Batavia. They're a neighborhood group. They were the first winning alliance, first pick at the Relic Recovery 2 League Championship and finalist alliance at last year's state competition. Unknown Element.
And last but not least, on our Cooper Alliance, the Alliance second pick, Team 3507.
They reign from the near north side of Chicago, from Francis W. Parker School. They took home the Inspire Award, Control Award, and a finalist alliance captain at the Relic Recovery 2 League Championship and at the Division Finalist Alliance at the North Super Regional last year. Give it up for Robotheosis!
Now let's introduce our Blue Solomon Alliance and the Alliance captain, Team 10091.
They call Carmel Catholic High School their home from Mundelein, Illinois. They are an Inspire Award finalists, a former Winning Alliance first pick. Last year, they took home the gold for Relic Recovery. Let's hear it for Nyan Robotics, not your average nerds.
We're now going to bring forward that Alliance's first pick, Team 10-138.
They are out of Wilmette, Illinois, sponsored by Girl Scouts of Greater Chicago and Northwest Indiana. They were an Inspire Award finalist before today and a finalist Alliance captain. Let's hear it for your Newton Busters.
And to round out our Solomon Alliance in blue, the Alliance second pick, Team 14614.
A community team hailing from Lake Zurich, Illinois. They got here by being a finalist Alliance second pick, and now they are here in the finals. A rookie team, Electro!
And with that, let's hear it one last time for all our competitors in our state championship finals. And now, we would like to invite our teams and our competitors to please shake hands in the spirit of gracious professionalism before our first match. We're going to randomize the position of our gold minerals for this first match. Our gold mineral in the right position for the first match of our state championship finals.
All right, before we get on with our final matches, I just have one quick announcement. We have a special request. If everybody could please make sure you're sitting in a seat in the stands. The stairs, if you are sitting in the stairs, it is a fire hazard, so please either sit on, well, actually just sit in a seat or find one of us standing place up in the tracks. Thank you. Let's get on with the robots.
And with that, we'll ask our teams and alliances one last time if they are ready to go. We have the all clear from our referee team. We'll check in with our scorekeepers. We'll restart that match real quick. Thank you, teams. Sorry about that.
Just making sure everybody's paying attention is all. This isn't the final match for nothing.
And we have the all clear from our referees. We'll check in with the scorekeepers. We have the all clear as well. State Championship Finals Match 1 in 3, 2, 1, go!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's play Robots Finals Match 1 here at the FTC Illinois State Championship. Your Solomon champions in blue, your Cooper champions in red. We are underway here in Autonomous. I see 2 team markers on the red depot, a completely claimed depot. Nyan is trying to seal the deal as well for your blue alliance. Nyan swoops in, and they drop off their marker, another completely claimed depot for your blue alliance. But we've had lots of scoring from red during Autonomous. It looks like our Red Alliance has scored 165 points during Autonomous. Blue Alliance definitely has done plenty of scoring. They had 2 landings, that'll be 60 points. They claimed another 30. So we're going to see if we're able to get that live score back, but the Blue Alliance is definitely still in this match. Newton Busters, they are looking at their driver station phone over on the near side of the field. They call an FTA over. Their partners, Nyan, working as hard as they can for that Solomon Alliance. Newton Busters are back for blue. Meanwhile, over on red, we see Turbocharge. They are putting up some minerals for your Red Alliance. Their partners, Unknown Element, right there alongside with them. They bring their score now to 210 points for your Red Alliance. Blue Alliance, even though our live scoring is down, their score definitely has exceeded 100 points at this time, as we have just over a minute remaining in this match. We see 1 mineral in the Blue Alliance depot for 2 points. We see a few in the lander for 5 apiece. Turbocharge and Unknown Element, they are still cleaning out those craters, swapping up those minerals and placing them for 5 points apiece. Unknown Element, incredibly quick, automatically sorting those minerals and placing them correctly. Our robots on the near side of the field, very careful to not control more than 2 elements at a time or remove more than 2 from the crater. Blue Alliance score is now populating on the screen. Live score shows them at 252 points to 280. As we enter our end game, the score is tight. Less than 20 points separate Cooper and Solomon as we count down the final 30 seconds of finals match number 1 here in Illinois. Robots are still going to scramble. Every single one of these 5-point minerals is going to count, and they want to make sure they seal the deal with a 50-point climb. 10 seconds left. 1 robot up off the ground. That is Newton Busters. Nyan, their partners, Turbocharge, Unknown Element, all 4 robots off the ground as time expires.
What a match. Let's hear it for our teams. We're now going to give our referees plenty of time to double and triple check all of their score tabulations. Once our score is posted and teams are given the all clear, we will initiate a 5-minute timeout so that our teams have an opportunity to make any minor modifications and battery swaps they may need between matches. Our teams have been given the all clear sign from our referee crew. This means they're going to be allowed to take their robots off the field, and we're going to start our 5-minute field timeout before finals match number 2. This also means we'll have our final scores from that first match of our exciting Illinois State Championship Finals in just a few short moments. Our final swords are ready from our Illinois State Championship Finals match number 1. A highly competitive match with a very close score at the end. Let's see the official results.
Your winner, your Blue Solomon Alliance, 487 to 405 in favor of Solomon.
This means that our Solomon Alliance gets off to an early lead in our state championship finals. At the end of our timeout, we'll invite our teams back out to play finals match 2, and we'll see if the Red Alliance can get the win to force the tiebreaker. We got some time to kill. Let's do a little bit of dancing. Come on down. We'd love your help.
All right, this is a little different. Here we go. Right, the right, the right. Left, 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 left. Hey, kick.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was pretty sweet. We're getting ready on our field now for finals match number 2 here at our Illinois State Championship. We've got 2, 3, now 4 robots on the field. Let's meet the teams representing both of our alliances here in our second finals match during our state championship finals matches. We'll start with our Red Cooper Alliance. We're representing them. We have their first pick, Team 10-6-35.
They are Unknown Elements.
Joining them in this match to represent their alliance, we have the alliance second pick, Team 3507.
Welcome to the finals, and representing Cooper, it's Robotheosis.
Over representing our blue Solomon Alliance, we have the alliance captain, Team 10091.
They are Nyan, Not Your Average Nerds.
Joining them in this match, we have the alliance second pick, Team 14614.
Your community team, they are Electro. All right, but let's be real. Cooper over here is going to be the victor of this final. Can I hear it for Cooper, anybody?
I don't know about that, Bo. I think my teams over here on Solomon are taking home a second match.
I guess you're just going to be upset. We're going to have a duel to the death. Or whoever outscores the other opponent, whatever comes first.
We are all clear from our field crew for finals match number 2. This could be the last match we have in Illinois this year, so I need your help with my countdown. Let's start this match in 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it all comes down to this. Or we could be watching one more match. We'll see who takes home the W and is our Illinois State champion. Once again, we have all 4 of our robots in their killer autonomous moves. Blue Alliance places down both their markers for the Blue Alliance, protecting it and earning points for the Blue Alliance. They are also successfully sampled the proper minerals for their alliance as we enter our teleoperated period. Now, Blue holds the advantage 1-0. It is a best of 3, so first team to 2 wins will take home the match. Red Alliance is up against the wall, but these teams thrive under pressure, so we'll see if they can come back and score. They got a little bit of a road paid for them with a score of 190-155 in favor of the Blue Alliance. They got a little bit of catching up to do. They're going to need some crowd help. Let's hear it. Everybody, what team are you rooting for? Red, blue, red, blue. Red Alliance, Blue Alliance. All right, and did you expect anything but the best? These robots are killing it in the mineral department, placing them down 2 by 2 by 2, earning 5 points apiece, 10 points per trip. It is so close, 260 to 270 in favor of the Blue Alliance. Minerals are scarce as far as the southeast crater. Teams might have to migrate up north to see if they can get any more. Blue Alliance does hold a slight advantage in that their mineral count is more, but we'll have to see as we enter our endgame period. Red is only down by 10 points. Both those numbers steadily climbing. Red Alliance has almost completely exhausted their own resources. On the Red Alliance, they're going to have to move unless they can use the rest with 12 seconds remaining. 46-14. Electro is already up and off the ground. And so is their alliance partner, as is Unknown Element, as is Robotheosis.
What an exciting match, right? That could be the last one in Illinois. I don't know, because that was so close. We'll wait for our referees to double check and triple check everything before we announce this results of Finals Match 2. We'd just like to take an opportunity to remind you, regardless of the results of this match, after the completion of the final match of the day, don't leave. We've got an awesome award ceremony where we're going to be giving out some awards that our judges have been working oh so hard to give out. So stick around. They've done some really hard work. They had some really difficult choices to make, and we have some incredible teams to recognize at the end of our finals matches. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our teams were given the all-clear signal. This means we'll be starting a 5-minute field timeout. We don't know the results just yet, but we could be going to a third match. We'll start that timeout, make sure our teams have that opportunity. And looky here, we have the results of finals match number 2. Are you ready, Bo?
I'm born ready.
Let's look at those results.
And we have a series tied. More robots for us to enjoy. 447 to 435. Cooper is still in this, and we will go to a final overtime sudden death winner take all rubber match to the death, or whoever outscores the other opponent. Whichever comes first.
And with that, it's time to start preparing for finals match number 3, a winner take all of the minerals type match. In 2 minutes and 30 seconds, we're going to have an Illinois State champion here at our Illinois State Championship. Let's meet the teams who will be representing both of these alliances here in this match. We'll start with our Red Cooper Alliance, where we have the captain, Team 14615.
Out of Oswego, Illinois, turbocharged.
Joining them in this match, the Alliance first pick, Team 10635.
Out of Batavia, Unknown Element.
Over on the Blue Alliance, representing our Solomon division, we have the Alliance captain, Team 10091.
They're out of Mundelein, Nyan Robotics, not your average nerds.
And to round it out, we have our Solomon Alliance first pick, Team 10138.
They are from Wilmette, Newton Busters.
Don't call it a comeback on Cooper, just saying. This is normally where she would rebuttal, but I kind of got ahead of the game, so I win.
For this final match, our gold mineral will start in the left position relative to the corner of the field. This means we're just about ready to get started. We'll wait for the final all clear from our volunteers. We have the all clear from our referees. We'll check in with our scorekeepers. We have the all clear as well. Finals match number 3, a champion awaits. Let's light this candle in 3, 2, 1. Go!
Autonomous begins in our finals match here at the Illinois FTC State Championship. 2 red robots are off the ground first, but blue is right behind them. A marker comes in from Unknown Element, then from Turbocharged. The first marker on blue will come from Newton Busters, Nyan right behind them. And it looks like we've had minerals already being attempted to be grabbed by Unknown Element, but nothing quite yet as we count down the end of Autonomous with both Alliance depots completely claimed. Live score on the board at the end of Autonomous does show a current tie. Lots of equal match-for-match work happening between red and blue, but now drivers are in control for the final 2 minutes of FTC matches in the state of Illinois. Let's check out over on our Red Alliance. Unknown Element are working in that front crater, looking to drop off a gold and a silver simultaneously, able to sort them within the mechanism of their robot. Turning our attention to Newton Busters on our Blue Alliance. They also work from the front crater, then drive on back to the Blue Alliance side of the field to drop off a silver mineral for 5 points. Nyan right behind them with 10. Turbocharged for your Red Alliance is working on the far side on that far crater next to Nyan in blue. Turbocharged drops off 10 points into the center of the field. Their partners follow up with 10 more. Nyan, though, puts up 10 of their own. And now Newton Busters. We are doing 10 points over and over again between red and blue. It is hard to keep up. We have a live score showing 290 to 259, but we are still keeping track of these scores with under 1 minute remaining in a finals match number 3. These robots are cleaning out the craters. Not much attention being paid to the depots, but we do have what look like 2 minerals in the red depot and 2 minerals in the blue. These robots have made sure that this match will not be turned by a single mineral. They are trying to make sure that they will pull ahead as we enter our end game. 16 points, the separation between red and blue, showing a slight Cooper advantage as we count down our final moments. It all comes down to how many minerals can be put up in the lander before these robots have to climb and latch at the end of the match. They cannot miss these 50 points, but an extra 5 or 10 might swing it in their favor. First off the ground, Turbocharged and Newton Busters. Next up off the ground is Unknown Element. They've got 3 seconds left, 2, 1, and it looks like all 4 robots wheels off the ground at the conclusion of Finals Match 3 here at the Illinois First Tech Challenge State Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last match of the Rover Ruckus season here in the state of Illinois. We'll give our referees the time to double and triple check their scores once again. And as soon as those scores are in, we'll let you know who our new Illinois State Championship Alliance is. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, as we tabulate these scores, we would like to remind you that immediately after the announcement of this final result, we will be moving into our award ceremony. The stage is set, the trophies are here. We have a lot of great teams to recognize, and one of them could be you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the score is in. As soon as I press this button, we will know who your Illinois State champion is. Here we go. Are you ready, Bo?
I'm ready. Are you guys ready? Who do you think it was? Red Alliance or Blue Alliance? Red, blue,
Here
red,
we
blue.
go.
It's red! With the score of 479 to the Blue Alliance's 464. They went out in tremendous fashion, only winning by a couple of points. They are pushed ahead, and Cooper is our Illinois State champions.